If you want to improve your social media, you need to make me feel something in the first 2 or 3 seconds. Hi, I'm Dougie with Social Dental Now, and we do all kinds of social media campaigns, advertising for our clients, but something that I noticed because of a fun thing that happened is that we can do more to teach you about how social organic can improve with your practice. And I think what I realize is we do these things for you, but there's some things, and this is where social organic stuff comes in, that you have to do on your own. We can't do that for you because it needs to be true to who you are, true to your community, true to your city, and we can't fake that. That can only come with authenticity through you. And so that's what I want to do with this. We had this great thing happen. We were meeting with a client and they said, we got to show you this video, check this video out. And they showed us this video and it was really cool. It was really professional. It was about people in their office, and you saw them putting on their masks and stuff. And it was really awesome. And they said, what do we do with this? What's the purpose of this? And we brainstormed with them. We came up with some ideas, but they had some really good ideas actually. So it went in a cool direction, but it made me realize there's more we can do for you to teach you how to improve little by little with your own social organic posting. And so that's what this is all about. I want to do that for you. And here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to give you one principle, and I'm going to give you 3 ideas on how to use that principle this week, today, right now, to improve your brand on social media and how you're putting stuff out there. So here's your principle. The principle is make your audience feel something in the first 2 or 3 seconds of a video or image or whatever you're going to put out there. Make me feel something right away. Now, why 2 or 3 seconds? Why did I start this video out giving away the whole story? I gave you that in the first 2 seconds of my video, right? Well, the reason is because of how we use social media. And if you look around at what's going on, and if you have the ability to observe yourself, great, but most people don't. So I would say, go observe your spouse. Go observe a kid, a high schooler, a teenager. That's the best. Watch how fast they scan through social media. They are insanely fast at this, and so are you, but you don't see it in yourself as easily. They go so fast because they know what they're looking for, and they know what they're not looking for. And so you don't have much time. There's so much content out on social media that you don't have time to slow play your point. You don't have time to have a twist ending of your video. Even trailers, if you watch movie trailers, they give away the most exciting part and then the trailer begins. It's Spider-Man flipping through and punching the bad guy in the face. You now know who the bad guy is. You now know it's a Spider-Man movie. Now the trailer begins, right? And you think, that's not the fun way to do it. The reason they're doing it is because of how we use social media. We only give you a couple seconds before I decide if I'm going to stop and watch this. Otherwise, we're on to the next thing. So that's the principle. Make me feel something in the first 2 or 3 seconds. Now, how do I use that? Here's 3 ideas. Because I noticed there's a few reasons that dentists aren't using social media in this way on their organic side, that they're not posting things on a daily basis that are adding value to people's lives. And I think the 3 reasons are: 1, you're busy. You don't have a lot of time. You're running a business. It is a lot. I'm learning more and more how much you guys do that no other doctors do this, what you guys do. And so I get that. Number 2, and maybe there's some ways we can help with that. Number 2, the second reason is because you just don't feel like you have the skills. Maybe you don't have the skills, but maybe somebody in your office does, and maybe the third reason is you don't have any ideas. You don't know what you're looking for, so that when something happens in your day, you go, we need to capture that. And I think if I give you these ideas, maybe you're going to listen to these ideas and say, I'm not really interested in that. But maybe later today or later this week, you're going to see something that goes, we should record that because of this video, because this idea is given to you. So that's why these ideas. So number 1, the number 1 idea, the number 1 emotion I want you to feel, because I'm just going to go by emotions. Pick an emotion. Any of them you make me feel is going to give me a chance to stop and to listen and to watch. The first emotion is community pride. Man, I'm right here. I'm in my in-laws' cabin because I'm just like you. I'm working from home. We're all in this together, right? And I want to feel like we're all in this together. I want you to make me feel like you're a part of my community and that I'm a part of the community and that there's some conversation, something I can do to be a part of that community, right? And so here's your idea. Order pizza from a local place that you love. Give it to your staff for free, be awesome in that way, but also take a picture. It can just be a picture. Take a picture of all you gather around and say, we support Sam's Pizza. And who's your favorite local business, small business to support during the pandemic or whatever? And watch the comments flood in. They're going to be excited that you're just like them. And maybe they put you in the comments of the people that they like to support. Maybe, but that's not the point. The point is to make me feel like we're together, right? That's the idea. Number one. Number two, make me feel joy. Most of the internet, for how I use it, is to make me feel joy. I watch puppy videos, I watch baby goats, kitties, whatever. My kids make fun of me all the time because they see me on my phone, they go, Dad, what are you doing? And puppies. It's almost always, babies sometimes. I love that stuff. That's what I use the internet for, is joy. I want to feel joy. Most people do. We get sucked into other things, but you need to be that beacon, right? So, how do you feel joy? Well, here's an idea. Take a video, and I think I've seen this somewhere in the universe. That's why it's so vivid in my head. And maybe this is out there, but maybe you have a treasure box where kids that have good checkups, no cavities kind of a thing, they get to take something out of the checkup. Maybe they just didn't bite you. They get to take something out of the treasure box. But man, the joy they have when they're picking something is so huge. And they take it and they show their parent and they go, look at this useless piece of plastic that I just got. And if you can just capture that joy, and then in your status, you just put something like, what would have to be in an adult version of this treasure box for you to have that kind of joy? And see the comments. What are they going to say? Well, I'm very curious. Maybe you even take that and it becomes an idea that you put in there. You fill something for adults. I would take advantage of that in a second. I'm not even too proud. I would be all about that. So maybe you'll get some good ideas and you'll say, let's try this and see what happens. I don't know. But anyway, show the video and ask the question, engage. Make people remember that there's a good part, that there's joy at the dentist. And kids even know that. Even though there may be things in their past that make them feel other emotions when they think of the dentist, remind them that there's joy when you think of the dentist, even with kids, especially with kids. Okay, that's the second one. Third one. Now, we talk about, this is always the thing I tell dentists when they say, well, I'm a dentist. What can I put on social media? Are you kidding me? Empathy. Make me feel empathy. Before and afters, the stories of people using Invisalign who they wouldn't even smile in photos, and now they can't stop smiling. Just film people looking at their own before and after photos when they're all done, because I'm on my last tray, by the way. Cool. And I just the other day looked for the first time at my before photo, and I was blown away. And I know I've seen it, and I've been tracking it and feeling good about it, but when I saw them side by side, it blew me away. I was watching videos on Dr. Skinner's website. He has all these stories of the people that he's changed these lives. And I was crying. I had to stop because it was too much. I felt too much. It was amazing. These are the stories you guys do every day. Capture them. I know there's HIPAA. I'm going to let you deal with that. But you need to capture them. Figure it out. Get a waiver, for heaven's sakes. And get these people to tell you their stories because they want to tell their stories. They want to share it on their social media. So do it. Capture them. Now, there's a few reasons you don't do that. One of them is that you don't feel like, if I do this, it's going to be good enough quality. Let me just stop you. Because have you been on the internet lately? We're not looking for commercials. In fact, we're trained a lot of times to skip commercials. If I'm on Instagram and I'm going and I see this like beautiful piece of wood and this huge watch that's gorgeous, that looks like a commercial, I skip it. I don't even register that I saw it. And again, I challenge you, watch a teenager. And when you see them skip by an ad, say, hey, why did you skip that ad? Ask them. See what they say. They'll say, what ad? They didn't even see it. Okay, so I was, you've all been there and you've seen this thing where you're scanning through Facebook and all of a sudden there's this camera video of somebody hanging their phone, this potato phone, out of the car, and it has the worst video quality on the planet, and they're hanging out the car and they're going, here it comes. So you hit it and it's like, all you hear is them screaming and air because they're going 80 miles an hour in a car with their phone hanging out the window, and they're like, here it comes. And 2.5 minutes later, you're finally looking at what Here It Comes was talking about. And they're I've never seen anything like this. And you're watching, and it's horrible quality, and all of a sudden there it is. It was a car on fire, and you just see billows of smoke. That's it. And you're like, I just watched that for 4 minutes, and it was like 3 seconds of the actual thing, and all the rest was build up, and Okay, that's how we use the internet. Now, why did that capture everyone's attention? It has millions of shares and millions of views, and you're like, what? And this super commercial gets nothing because we don't want high quality. We want to see our friends and family and maybe celebrities. Why do we use this stuff? We're not looking for commercials. So don't think that your stuff needs to be a commercial. That's an excuse. Get rid of it. Tell the story. Say, put a cell phone in somebody's face and say, tell me your story. Right after you get done, after they go, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Capture that and then say, why can't you believe it? That's all it takes. Because I feel that. I feel that empathy. And I'm happy for them. You gave them something. Make me a part of it by getting to hear their story. All right, that was 3. I'm going to give you a bonus one real quick. 4th one. And most people won't do this because they think, oh no, my brain has to be all positive and great. But negative emotion can work too. And I'm going to give you an example. The 4th idea is disgust. Make me feel disgust in the first 2 or 3 seconds, and you can go far. You can actually impact people. You can change lives by making me feel disgust in the first 2 or 3 seconds. I used to run a Facebook page for dental students and hygienist students, and they loved those plaque videos where there was you'd see this angle, and there was plaque back there behind the teeth, and they hit it with that ultrasonic thingy and it broke it up, and then they pick out all the pieces, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's not one big tooth, that's individual teeth, but you didn't know that until they broke it all up, and it's, I hate it, it's so gross, it's so disgusting. But Dr. Pimple Popper is huge on YouTube. It's the #1 channel on YouTube. She's getting her own TV shows and stuff, all on disgust, and she's beautiful and everyone loves her brand, is all great, but she does it through disgust, and people love that stuff. But here's the key. You put in the status, do I really need to floss every day? Does this answer your question? And I saw those videos. I'm telling you, I was running the Facebook page where I posted these videos, and dental students love that stuff, right? You guys love that stuff. But I didn't love it. I didn't like that. But when I read the comments and it's oh, I saw one of these last week. Yeah, people think because they have good teeth, they don't have to brush behind their teeth. They think they don't have to floss. And I thought, really? Is that why we floss? I did not know that. I didn't know that was going on in my teeth. So I started flossing because of those videos. I started flossing because of that. That changed my life. Disgust. Made me feel disgust, and then made me go, oh, is that me? Oh, I gotta floss. And I started flossing. You can change people's lives using social media. Do it. And when you do it, if you use any of these ideas, or even if you come up with your own better idea, which I'm sure you will if you try, share it with me. Tell me about it, because I want to see it. I want to cheer you on. And our whole staff loves to see it. And we just really appreciate hearing your stories. Anyway, have a great day.